got him in the crowd highlighted too.
I was a little confused. It was Cloud9's getting some gas.
Cloud9, MIBR, you know what?
Right? Yeah, same thing.
Why not?
Pretty much.
Why not?
Into the pistol we go. MIBR gonna start on the attacking side. A lot to be said about this double duelist comp with the Raze and the Yoru. A lot of attention towards A as well. We'll see if that is where they head early on.
A lot can be done to seize early ramp control with this type of a comp, but Ninetailes are going to be fighting for the space early. MIBR will take things slow initially, see if there's going to be any early aggro as orb lineups come down. And that orb into mid, great coverage. That's an attack orb thrown out from MIBR to try and get the lurk cross past Mail.
Yeah, we generally see that orb invested towards ramps like you were saying earlier, but a different approach this time around. A dog's already going to go ahead and push Full Moon into Mail, but all attention towards the site. Donna draws first blood.
The 16-year-old superstar with first blood, and the walk up through B as well from Samsami is just perfect. And while MIBR were playing quietly, now they're getting run all around the map. Only this kill from Sayuri to give MIBR some breathing room.
Yeah, relieve some of that pressure. You can already felt it getting a little claustrophobic, but they can slow things down off this. Still down in numbers though.
Yeah, now MIBR still do have this mid orb, which initially was supposed to be a little bit of a fake idea to put a lot of pressure in mid and force Ninetailes to gather around it. Now they can use it offensively, but I like how Ninetailes have played the map, giving up full control over mid. Instead, Haste goes for another delayed walkout from B. This is so helpful from Ninetailes.
They explore a little bit towards Mail, but now deciding they do want to end A, where their first attempts were and their first efforts were squelched, really. Deep smoke out towards spawn. Donna has already found a little bit of value in a position to deliver once more, as MIBR have tried quietly slipping out onto the site. Great reaction from Satchel, not enough to buy some space quite yet. On the second dip though, SRN finds blood. It's gonna fall into 1v1. Lisa committing to getting the spike down. Oh, it's just a tap, waits. Make sure that Haste is not close, and now Haste slipping in. Right on time, the pistol for Ninetailes.
Yeah, so much of that round is actually won by Haste there. Of course, the early walk-up from Ninetailes was massive out of Samsami, but then going back for it on Haste allows her teammates to fully stack onto the A side of the map. Ninetailes is no shocker that they just want to be running the map, especially with this double duelist comp constantly trying to seize out into space.
Right.
And it allows them to play such calm macro.
One round.
Oh, yeah.
One round. That's all it took to get her out of her seat.
No, that's kind. Just saying hello to Sayuri on the other stage. We saw Sayuri was enjoying some of the local cuisine. Now she can get to know some of the people.
Glad we can exchange pleasantries right off the bat. That is a full exec wall from MIBR. Generally, you see it angle towards heaven.
Yeah, that is the we have no money. What can we do?
Right. And fast has worked so far.
That's a Guardian for SRN.
Lisa getting tagged up. 1 HP, has to continue to venture forth, much weaker.
Yeah, and now this wall is actually pretty nice. Really hard to get out of heaven. And just walk up is punished out of Lisa, so now the wall not so valuable.
Remember, Lisa was the weaker one. Bastarda and Melissa, though, not much better off, and so we'll see what they can do. Any sort of damage, any sort of, gun put down can be influential, or they can just get away with winning the round. Never mind. Ninetailes settle, get a couple of kills of their own, and while it says a 2v2, now a 2v1, they are both very weak. What can Samsami do? The spike has been ticking for a little while. If Samsami's not careful, this is not going to go their way. What a mess.
MIBR just full exec into that A site behind a wall. There's no misdirection, there's no sleight of hand, nothing. Just instantly firing back. And it comes with his first kill from SRN. Stepping up on top of the thorns. I think that's really the surprise.
Yeah.
Ever just thinks that ability is going to be respected, but SRN, not a player to respect the opposition until they prove they can beat them.
I mean, when you're playing on this stage, that's kind of the pace you have to play at, right? You can't play conventional. You can't play with respect. Sometimes you just kind of have to send it and see what the opposition does. So now it's Ninetailes who are going to be on this broken buy. Sheriff's on 3. Bastarda on the swing immediately puts that outlaw down, and, well, with a lot of love from the crowd, that's a great start.
I mean, I respect the headshot with the classic regardless, taking Melissa down low, and this walk-up from Samsami. The Sheriff is deadly.
And then crisply gets away. I mean, beautiful game of push and pull.
And Ninetailes are going to do this all the time. If MIBR are not locking down their flanks, A and B main, Ninetailes are going to punish. We saw in the pistol round, now we see it here, on the eco rounds in particular.
Heading back towards B, with Lisa staying A.
Yeah, exactly. The Viper on A is the interesting one to me.
And we'll see if Lisa is able to draw any attention.
Well, the thing is, 2 players are going to have to cross back through elbow to rotate onto the B site.
Spike down.
And that's where the Viper could punish, but not going to come into play.
I don't think they saw SRN.
No, no way.
Currently undetected. Big kill there. A lot of space found on the site. Should be able to commit to getting the spike down. Lisa's got to rotate quickly here. But as you were just mentioning, everybody's going to be rotating through spawn, and they're a bit ahead of this. SRN has to be careful. Still 2 rifles in hand.
Back in a flash.
Ninetailes couldn't pick anything up.
Right. And so it's just 2 sheriffs and a classic. Into the face of 2 members of MIBR with full rifles. With full armor. SRN's going to have to do it on their own. Was a 1v3.
Flank coming in.
1 box checked. Just a classic. SRN snappy. Has to take a step back. Has the ult too. And the nade to buy time. Beautifully played from SRN. The 4K and the Red Bull clutch for MIBR.
And matching that energy on the stage too. SRN is rowdy up there. Already matching the tone the Ninetailes set yesterday. And this comes after a round narrowly was won on the eco. I think SRN catching the timing onto the player backside and having the awareness to snap back around and check out main.
Yeah.
Right before this kill came down was everything in the ground. It so easily could have gone the other way.
MIBR up 1 round. We still have the rocket in play and an op out from Samsami. Currently posted up across the middle of the map. No one dare take a step forward there.
Lisa didn't throw the mid orb this time. Went over towards a ramp.
Much more common, yeah.
So harder to break Samsami.
Solid protocol. I mean, you can't really ask for much more there.
No, I mean, you know that there's money to buy the operator,
Right.
so wait for some time, see if the creep up is going to go down, bait out the TP.
Wall procced by the clone.
Yeah, and at the same time, MIBR are playing extremity control. They're not going to allow Ninetailes to keep getting the walk-ups into B and A main. It's a measured early round. But I am worried about Lisa on the lurk into A with a high-low setup on ramp, and also the B site, not easy to break either.
No, just in general.
I mean, the jump peaks from Donna, setting up for Haste playing the high angle.
I guess silver lining is that the op is not here. There's a swing and the rocket's gone! Melissa punches back, as does Bastarda. And they can settle now onto the site. The op arriving, immediately falling. Good night. That had all the makings of disaster right off the bat.
Even after Prowler finds the player, now Ever has to fight down into hell. But there's a lurk coming in on the other side. Bastarda is still farming with 3 kills into the round, now just toying, playing with her food.
If I had told you at the beginning of the round that the Rays was going to pop the rocket and immediately get swatted out of the sky, that's a bad start. I mean,
Absolutely.
That's not how you want things to go off.
But the thing is, even after this kill comes down, the flash catches both the players on site, and Bastarda just follows up on that with the teleport.
Yeah.
Like, that just proves to you that this site hit is brutal, regardless of ultimates coming down into the field. And if you see a situation like that, where Ninetailes are fighting aggressively, swinging into B main, they are ripe for the picking.
2-round lead. SRN currently sitting at 6-3. Again, just reset off of that ult. More common Viper wall towards A, but the spike and a lot of presence B. A paranoia drawn out, but no punish. That's risky out from Donna. I mean, I guess you have nothing to lose. Take the swing and see what happens, but you are swinging into full rifles from MIBR.
Yeah, MIBR basically just 3-player execing, now Full Moon, stepping down into mid, but Melissa will hold down fire and take care of that one.
Yeah, I think the other thing too is, so you take a look at the defensive Viper wall right now, it's pretty unconventional. Now that they've seen what they're going to want to try to do behind it, you can't really call that card again.
Yeah, and it's also, I think that wall is just coming down mainly as an eco idea. It's Sheriff's in the hands of Ninetailes, so they're trying to show a little bit more bite behind that wall, while they're a little bit more gathered up on the B site. But I think this type of round from MIBR, maybe without the crazy fight in B main, that was some ego swings there for sure. But I think this idea of playing with the fade around the Viper early on to threaten a lurk up, use a Prowler there, fight in B main at the same time, I think these are all very good plans from MIBR. That can really only be shut down if Ninetailes change their general approach.
Which might be part of the reason for this timeout that we're seeing called out from Ninetailes. There were some of the early swings that you were mentioning, and again, the lurk up behind that defensive Viper wall. Almost a bit telegraphed, as you were mentioning, because it was an eco, but you mentioned Ninetailes will have to, redesign their entire approach. What are you looking for?
They will. I think there's two main ideas looking at the ultimates they have, because Ninetailes have both ults on their duelists, and usually what this can mean on Split in particular is either A, you're using like the Waylay ult to run like a very fast start of round fight. Sure. In one of the mains, down mid, whatever. Right. The other one is you can play a little bit more towards mid in the early round, not overcommit to like all-out fighting, and you can very quickly rotate through mid to quick retake into one of the two sites. Sure. And I think that with Ninetailes playing maybe a little bit more forward into mains in the last few rounds, I would like to see them play for maybe a quicker retake approach or refight ideas into an MIBR that's playing very slow rounds. I don't think you're going to catch MIBR if you try to do something off the rip this round.
Yeah. You mentioned both duelists have their ults, and particularly Donna's for the retake, as you were mentioning, if they do try to play around the middle of the map.
Now, this is interesting, though, because the Omen position is a very good spot for a Paranoia into main. Waylay, too, could drop down an ult, so if MIBR are noisy here, this could explode.
Who's next?
Or they just send it. Oh, or they just send it! Donna catches SRN suspended in time. Elisa falls as well. Bubba started getting behind enemy lines, able to duel out and get a couple before eventually being put out.
Hold on, Sayuri doesn't have the spike. It looks like it was going to be trying to go to B with the spike, get a quick plant down. But now MIBR just adding a little chaos. Samsami doesn't spot any players in main. Will she go? Oh, she doesn't go sewers. Now snaps back.
All that misdirection, all that eye candy.
So MIBR are going to walk it back into A. Now there's a wall from the Vise on B, so they can still lean towards A. But this fight from Samsami could define the round.
Spotting one, I believe. The flash now both seen. Sayuri finding space to get across. Melissa trying to keep them back. A smoke up towards heaven.
TPing into it. I love this spot. The smoke is cover for her.
Sayuri still punishes. 2v2 now. Gets caught with utility out. It's all on to Melissa now. 1v1 against Samsami on the other side, and Melissa stands tall for MIBR.
Oh yeah, that was nice in the 1v2. A Red Bull clutch for Melissa as MIBR go up 5-1. And it comes after a disaster start to the round because, MIBR, after playing so reserved in mains at the start, against the old round, they were just trying to run a play themselves. It's only because Bastarda gets 2 kills off of the teleport. And then, Sayuri has a good position to find the kill.
Right.
MIBR needed some big plays out of solo players to make this one play out.
I wonder if they pulled the trigger on that. On that very quickly because of the exec Viper wall that they saw from the attack. Yeah. I wonder if that's like, hey, they're coming here and they're going to go fast, right?
Yeah.
That could be a tell.
It's also possible, like, you see that wall, you see the your ult in hands is like, oh, usually teams with your ult don't take any chances, play a quick round.
Right.
I think that actually MIBR, by stepping so forward into main at the start of round, was a little bit of a misplay, to be honest, and it really is only because of Bastarda and Melissa that they're able to steal back that round.
Yeah. Settle on it. We got a quick tech pause here. Courtesy of Gear, I fear.
Yeah, let's...
You got a Dr. Seuss to follow up with that? Gear, fear here. Come on.
I'm close to a joke. I'm near. That's the best I've... No, that's terrible, dude. Why would you make me Dr. Seuss on live TV?
It wasn't your best.
No, that is atrocious.
It wasn't your best.
I don't claim responsibility for this.
Hang in there and you'll be fine. Yeah, I mean, one of the things I did want to point out here, though, is for as much as the crowd has been very Ninetailes heavy, and for good reason, right? We would expect that to be the case. haven't had very many reasons to get out of their seats the last couple of rounds.
No.
And, you know, with how some of this momentum is gone, and you take a quick look at the economy for Ninetailes on the other side of this, I don't know that that's going to change anytime soon.
Yeah, I mean, you look at last round, they're on the edge of their seats. They're right there. They're ready to go.
Right.
And then it gets robbed away in the 1v2. So you had a few of those rounds come down to the wire. You think about the eco round that MIBR stole away, round 2. You think about Ninetailes being in a 2v1 on their own eco round 3. Like, there have been so many situations where they almost had it and they just didn't quite get it. And you think about a team like MIBR, they were just in that situation the other day. You remember their series against Shopify Rebellion where they win 1 round on the first map? How many close rounds did they have? Now Ninetailes get a little taste of that medicine.
It felt like every single one. It felt like every single round was that. These close 1v1 situations, you know, something like that, and didn't go their way at all. So, yeah, you're right. Ninetailes now on the receiving end of that a bit. Seems like in-ears are getting adjusted, and we should be, hopefully, getting back into the game here shortly.
Yeah, it's a good sign when you see the in-ears in and the over-ears on the ears.
Right.
But, yeah, I mean, to me, I think I'm happy to see MIBR just showing some clutch factor as well, right? Because that was desperately lacking. And for a team with as skilled players as MIBR have, it's like that was a shocking thing to see in that loss versus Shopify. Now getting a little display of that here in the early days of this series.
I think if you're Ninetailes as well, if that is kind of how the trend is going, you have to find a way to make it work on stage. I mean, the reality is we didn't talk about this a ton, but this is elimination. One of these two teams goes home today, and so you can't hang your hat on, oh, the clutches didn't go our way. You've got to find a way to make it happen no matter what. So back into action we go. We mentioned MIBR up 4 rounds. No ult to speak of really on that side. Lisa close to having the pit, but a light buy for the defense.
This is cute out of MIBR going for an A fight immediately after.
Yeah.
They just got chopped up in the same space, but this time, light buy, no power ultimates to deal with.
Ninetailes being really aggressive up B main. They just invested the double dash and the paranoia, thinking somebody would be waiting there, but they were wrong. Oh, it's the discipline box. Full Moon getting away with one, I believe, fully blind.
That TP from Sayuri makes things challenging. Now a reload forced out from Ever, but with the rotates coming in and now the Steel Garden, Doug, they could do this.
Perhaps on even footing. The spike going to be just on the outside of things. Haven't fully committed, had to respect the ult. Basarda up close, getting the kill. Ever continuing to pile it on as Melissa, the only one left standing, has to 1v3 with that weaponry. No shot, a Thrifty as Ninetailes punch back.
They couldn't quite get it done the previous Thrifty. This time they absolutely lock in. Only losing 2 players. And that's just Monster coming out here. First of all, Full Moon.
Fully blind.
Yeah, got the kill on SRN. And that's just knowing the race is going to be tucked right into the corner there. Just a gorgeous shot.
And brother, we were talking about how it seems like the crowd is begging for a reason to get out of their seat.
Yeah.
I mean, they just gave it to them. Still down 3 rounds, though. Back in the hands of Samsami.
Yeah, that op is over in B main. Early round, it was just a little bit of omen baiting from Haste. Try and make it seem like there isn't an op there. And really what Ninetailes are going to be counting as those shots go wide is they're going to be counting Prowlers. Already 1 down. If you can bait out the next Prowler, that gives free reign for Samsami to take very aggressive lines.
Yeah. Still, I mean, posted up pseudo-aggressively right now, but
check out A main.
Lisa, there's a lot of throw on the other side. Manages to survive that.
Against all odds. But at the same time, because Donna can actually run all the way forward here, now it forces MIBR into the op.
And you were talking about how they need to be counting how many Prowlers have been invested. Melissa still has 1. And there it is.
Beautiful.
That's going to push Samsami off the line. The Paranoia will as well. SRN chomping at the bit, nipping at the heels, trying to get up close. But Haste clotheslines.
And with the mid lurk dealt with too, now the op can swing in line. This is beautiful. Out of Ninetailes, even the movement at the end. A sick round.
Haste with 3, a flawless one at that as Ninetailes get up closer and closer.
And there was so much unnoticeable things that Haste did so nicely there too. Right, from the early round baiting for the op to the quick reposition in sight.
Yeah.
Haste's teammate is in full trouble. There's a Raze dive bombing at this Yoru. But being able to quickly get back into the site, support with some utility, and catch SRN in the side. Now forcing MIBR to take a pause.
I was concerned, and I think there were general concerns that after how the map started, that maybe Ninetailes would just kind of go out with a whimper. But whatever adjustments, whatever was said during that first timeout, really has felt like it's changed the entire outlook of this first half.
Yeah, I mean, just getting a little pep in their step after winning the eco round. That was coming out of the tech pause even, right? Like they had that little time to gear it on. That's not even being able to talk to you. They had the time up before that where they did make some adjustments. They had some very close rounds. It seems like it's now started to all come together.
So into the next round we will go. Ninetailes down 2. Have the pit to play with for Full Moon, and now it's Ever who's upping. It's been Samsami up until this point.
You're right, and usually that means when you give it away from the duelist, you want your duelist to play more aggro.
Right.
Samsami will be fighting up in B main.
We've seen this look, right? There was a paranoia, there was a double dash. They want to fight for this B main space. Oh, but it's a satchel forward from SRN, and perhaps a bit too aggressive. Not prepared for what was on the other side, but off of that, MIBR full sending towards A. The problem is the op is there, and so are 3 members of the defense. Make that 2 now.
Bastard is playing a beautiful game.
Has been all half. Melissa joining in, having fun just as well. So you're returning the flash. No real way to get back into this unless maybe heroics from the youngster. Still more work to be done. Down in numbers, but Lisa has a sheriff.
Spike plant.
Not really the weapon that you want in a position like this. And I think they're so concerned for the flank. Hakes was just making sure there was nobody pulling up behind him.
Ninetailes have taken their time, but they can't afford to wait any longer.
So Yuri will be the first to hold the line. Takes a step back, doesn't overcommit, repositions and buys time. First smoke to help pass, the sheriff connects. And now it's just Donna from up in heaven. Gets things down to a 1v2, has to TP away though. Spike's been going on for a little while here. So time is of the essence.
It's not gonna happen.
No, there's not enough. Donna has to get out. Careful. Position given away, but the rifle falls regardless.
Yeah, Bastard is just the hero of that round. Again, the teleport forward. MIBR put down an attack smoke kind of in the middle of A main to set up Bastard's forward teleport. She's the player that picks off the operator. And it comes out, this forward B main fight is interesting because Samsami actually threw a flash through the roof or past it to help out. But then that smoke you see on the ground is what allowed Bastard to get forward. Melissa has a couple of nice shots as well. And now with the ultimates, last time MIBR had the dimensional drift, it was an A hit. It's going to be the same.
Op has gone back into the hands of Samsami, back towards B. But a lot of attention A, and they have taken all mid-space. Christy.
It just doesn't really matter if MIBR pull the trigger now. If they wait, that's when that flank is concerning.
I think a lot of it, too, is how much do you end up losing on sight while this is happening. Ever fully blinded up, can't see a damn thing. And SRN, there to greet, there to welcome.
Donna is quick on this flank.
No ults.
No one's holding the flank right now, actually.
Spike planted.
Full Moon might find some space, but SRN's there. SRN is no longer there. What a shot out from Full Moon. Now they have the pit they can play around. Melissa has the ult too. But the dimensional drift pop to go exploring to see what they can find. Donna falls. I mean, they have the money. They might as well go for it. Haste on high. Haste isn't gonna get checked. Drops down into the pit. Falls at the hands of Lisa. It's gonna have to be Full Moon. I mean, with the op, you can't really commit to this much more. So Yuri drops one. What can Samsami do? Nothing. MIBR get to 7.
And MIBR only have to use the dimensional drift in the pit. It's not even that much. Just playing a good post plan. That's what I was talking about there. Where, well, yes, Ninetailes taking so much space onto the map. If MIBR just play quick rounds, don't worry about the flank, just play on site.
Right,
that flank
matter.
doesn't actually matter. Sure. And the side hold wasn't strong enough to actually stall them out long enough. They took their time, but once they got up into heaven, it was a nice shot from SRN to open up the rest of the site.
You kind of get caught there, no? Either you're like fully committed to the fight, or you give up the space knowing to fight retake because you have a big flank, but not really working out. Hello, this is fast too. TP's away. Oh, and Haste gets her again. SRN's rocket. Not finding value, but again, it's Bastarda on the trade. 11 and 7 for the Yoru so far. And now Donna arriving, disposed of.
Spike
Trying to
planted.
vacate the site a little bit. The TP away. Out from Samsami.
And E's on the other side of the map.
Yeah.
This round's over. She can't help.
So much attention now arriving. It might be on time, actually. A 2v2.
Last player standing.
Samsami delivers. What can Melissa do? Has to navigate the pit. Has to try to deny this full moon week. Samsami not much better off. The flash on the other side turns away. Spam not connecting. You're running out of time.
Remaining.
Got to have. But Samsami gets the kill in the defuse.
Comes in at the last minute there to help on through. Keep this series close. That was a absolutely mental round. From again, Haste being able to pick off the showstopper.
It even looked like SRN cleared that, or at least looked, but
the fact that Full Moon is able to stay alive on site, even when her player is TP'd to the wrong side of the map, if Full Moon ever drops their round, completely over. Not only did she not die, she gets a couple of kills.
right.
Keep her team in it.
Don't know that we'll get a ton of early aggression into the mains this round. Although I say that,
Yeah,
there
look at
might be
mid.
another A setup with a Paranoia and a Convergent Paths. There's the Paranoia, the double dash, but MIBR's not home. Not there anyway. Ever falls, Full Moon can't settle either. That was ugly.
And now Samsami is surrounded by 5 players.
Has to TP out. Fully playing retake, knowing they have Donna's ult.
So now I'm looking at Haste. It's been so locked in this half.
Spike.
Like solo wait, just walking out onto the site by herself.
Saren up in heaven. Donna still with a big ult to play around. Just now arriving. Ult's gonna connect on 3. I think the only one that wasn't tagged was Fury. The start of falls. So does Donna. An 8-4 half for MIBR.
I gotta keep singing the praises of the starter throughout this half. Whenever there was a round where SRN's getting, shot down early in an exec, or MIBR are getting, choked away in terms of map space, that starter's entries, oftentimes just off the back of her own utility, were just beautiful to watch.
I mean, Bastardo was the only reason those rounds were kept even.
Yes.
Yeah.
There were, again, so many rounds MIBR are in losing positions. That starter finds a pick. It's great.
8-4 half the way of MIBR. We do have a special interview down on the crowd. It's actually Jen who's going to be standing by with Texture and Karen.
텍스처 선수와 카논 선수 만나보도록 하겠습니다. 안녕하세요.
네, 안녕하세요.
Guys, Jen here with Texture and Karon. Now, Karon, this was your second year of competing in BCT. Now, rewinding back to last year, do you remember what it was like competing in your first champions? We have some first timers up on the stage as well. 카론 선수 이제 2년 차잖아요. 근데 또 작년에 처음으로 챔스에 진출했을 때 좀 어떤 기분이었는지 기억이 나시나요? 지금 첫 번째인 선수들이 무대에 많거든요.
저도 초반에는 이렇게 매우 떨었는데 그 시간이 지나고 형들도 같이 저를 이렇게 좀 도와주고 하다 보니까 되게 그냥 긴장도 잘 풀리고 게임이 바로바로 잘 되더라고요. 그래가지고 이제 나인테일즈 선수분들도 쫄지 말고 어차피 긴장해서 득이 될 것도 없고 뭐 나아지는 것도 없으니까 긴장을 안 하고 게임을 했으면 좋겠습니다.
Well, my first match, I felt really nervous, but teamwork makes the dream work. So my teammates helped me out a lot, and once the pressure was off and the nerves were gone, I was able to enjoy the game and really perform to my best. So for Ninetailes player, being nervous, it's not gonna help you. Hope you enjoy the game and good luck. Now, Texture, you were just so emotionally invested watching the game. I just wanted to show you guys at home what he was like. 일단 리액션이 진짜 무슨 방송 중계하는 사람인 것 같았어요. 그래서 이 홈에서 보시는, 집에서 보시는 분들한테도 그 리액션을 다시 보여드리고 싶은데 준비되셨나요? When Ninetailes are winning, 나인테일즈가 이기고 있다.
나이스!
아니 그것보다 더 했는데?
뭐 어떻게 했더라? 저
클러치를
솔직히
이겼어, 클러치를 이겼어.
미치겠어요. 그냥 사람 그냥
네.
도파민 개 터져가지고 그냥 모르겠습니다. 그냥 열심히 죽자고 응원하고 있습니다. 리액션 뭐 그냥 상상하십시오. 그냥.
네, it was just a lot of dopamine. I was going insane. Now, Texture, any tips or advice when it comes to the second half? 이제 후반전 좀 팁이나 조언.
그냥 죽자고 달려들고 그냥 앞에 있는 적만 잘 잡으면은 사실 그냥 됩니다. 뭐 잡생각할 필요도 없어. 그냥 파이팅하는 거야. 파이팅.
Bite the bullet. Whoever is in your crosshair, just kill them. And fighting. Now, thank you, Texture and Karon. And let's go back to the game.
빠이빠이.
Bye-bye.
You know, it is historically true that if you shoot someone in your crosshair in this game, you'll win.
Yeah.
So, wise words.
I mean, I trust him. He's
Yeah.
pretty good at doing exactly what he just said.
Right.
So
Right.
now, unfortunately, Ninetailes can't hear the interviews during
Right.
halftime. So they might go back, check in the VOD, and then be like, ah, that's what we should have done. But
Should have done more shooting the people in the crosshair. Quick look at the Coinbase Econ report. We talked a lot about Bastarda, and for good reason, right? Melissa is another one who has essentially kept MIBR afloat.
I mean, she was very good at shooting people in her crosshair, especially if she found herself in a position where her crosshair was looking at 2 different people, and she was the only one of her teammates alive. So, yeah, in that sense, absolutely getting the job done. I expect to see that continue.
12 and 8. The crowd again trying to will Ninetailes back into this. They find themselves down 4. And that's an ominous stat if you think about what we're in for here.
Yeah, I don't think Zipto's going to be forgetting that series anytime soon. Ninetailes need to ride some of that momentum. Currently setting up 5 players outside A. Only SRN ready to receive, but now with the quick teleport, the double duels can get active.
Just when you think Donna's gone, Samsami's there, a beautiful flash. Bastarda's here to help.
Nice.
Melissa's getting first SRN as well. Bastarda never gets cleared, never gets checked. No real chance to a flawless round for MIBR.
100% perfection out of Melissa. That haunt caught maybe every
Everyone,
player
yeah, I think
on
so.
Ninetailes. I think she gets a spam kill out of the smoke on Heaven. No one goes to shoot it initially, and then after the first ping, I think 4 or 5 players turn around to try and get it.
Right.
At which point, everyone on MIBR can swing and punish there. I really like seeing that.
Unfortunately, the rest of the crowd did not, as
Yeah.
Ninetailes down 5 now, presumably 6, given that they're not investing at all.
And that Fade is an agent that not everyone plays on this map. It's not
Yeah, true.
unpopular by any means, I think.
Just not common.
Just not super common, but it can show a lot of value, especially that haunt coming out from A Heaven as you're trying to exec in.
That time the haunt was cleared.
Yes. There was also no one shooting it, so it was a little bit more, you know, relaxed to deal with that utility. Oh dear.
SRN. Eco frags.
Spike down A.
Just really kind of get the blood flowing, don't they?
The MIBR section of this crowd going nuts right now.
We haven't had an ace in a while,
Oh yeah.
and we've got one now. That's the ace, excuse me, for SRN.
We got the fan club out in full force for MIBR. Hey, you know what? Giving their fans a show here, up 10-4. Just watch and appreciate.
Spike
The other advice Texture would have given was never let go of your left click. Just keep firing.
Hold MB1 win game.
Yeah, SRN is 1 off of the showstopper now.
Right. Right.
The old terms are really funny. Your teammates have nothing else.
Yeah. 1 or nothing, and yeah, SRN has a million. Look at how far back Ninetailes are playing.
I mean, it's
Outside of
possible
A.
that SRN is in A main right now.
Yeah.
I would do the same.
Yeah. Instead, it's MIBR who's investing a fair amount of their resources on controlling the middle of the map.
Looks like this is going to be the default hunt coming out, which makes it harder for Melissa to play out of Heaven here against the quick pops.
Lots of noise happening across the site. Ever tries catching a timing up the middle of the map, but unfortunately swings into 3.
So now with the lurk down, it forces Ninetailes to fight forward into screens. 2 players already there.
Samsami also falls. They've had some opportunities, but just not converting on them.
Well, MIBR are just way too ready for these angles to be swung. It's great awareness.
He's playing in the smoke, being instantly put out by the Roomba. Yeah, and then again, slowed down.
last player standing.
Donna, you got a 1v5 in you?
Too bad.
That's 1. That's all it'll be. MIBR really threatening to run away with this thing here.
That was just a really calm round out of MIBR, all things considered. They are playing basically full retake on A, just leaving the fade there to get
just 1-3-1,
util. Observers fighting, I agree. I wonder who's behind that sign.
I can tell you who it was. It's someone who put together an awesome event earlier today, by the way. The Game Changer Spotlight event had a bunch of people come out to speak in a panel and just put a bunch of really focus on Game Changers as a program. And so tremendous love whenever I get the chance to shout out Heather and what she works on in this community. She's criminally underrated for the value that she provides.
Absolutely, and I do want to shout out because this one hits a little personal to me as well, because one of the first like sort of like Game Changers like outreach events happened before, I believe, the very first Game Changers. It might have been right before Sao Paulo, as a matter of fact. And I took my sister to that one. She found a couple of like-minded players there that were starting a team, joined a team. That team was called Teddy Tactics. I went on to coach and be able to play in GC with my sister. So always fun to be able to actually go to those types of events and find yourself in a great space and have opportunities to actually compete with some of your heroes, some of your icons.
Again, Sapphire, a pillar of this community and often goes underappreciated for what she does for Game Changers and really for Valorant as a whole. Also a little weird that you took that as an opportunity to talk about yourself coaching Teddy Tactics. But
it was mostly about my sister, I'm not going to lie. Shout out Arya.
4 Guardians for Ninetailes and a Stinger for Samsami. On the other side of this timeout, you feel the desperation starting to settle in a bit. Fake TP towards B main out from Sayuri. That's not fake, that's real. Oh, that's so real.
Unfortunately, it's a little too real.
Yeah.
Ninetailes were not expecting the heavy mid play, which MIBR showed in the previous round. This is the same idea. Again, Prowler, some utility going down into A main while 3 players step up into mid, make sure there's no late lurk going down. And because they have mid control, they can either quick flank, which they're going to do, or quickly rotate into heaven.
And the concern is the spike.
Oh dear.
Looks like it's going to get ahead. Unless
I mean, they have to take it slowly.
Really slows down. There's some noise made. They know there's at least one. They don't realize that is a spike, but they're going to get out onto A just fine.
So again, Ninetailes fight up into screens, but this time Bastarda is waiting.
That paranoia, I don't believe will hit.
Did not catch her.
Spike planted.
Bastarda plays far back. SRN gets the kill, pops the ult, doesn't connect. But Lisa does, fortunately. Ever falls as well. SRN with 3, MIBR with 12, and that might just be a good night on the map.
I mean, it's just a clinical map out of MIBR. Ninetailes have yet to figure out a solution to this default look MIBR showing. Just a full-on 1-3-1. Ninetailes keep losing players to this stack of 3 in mid, and it's forcing them into some really ugly mid-round positions.
Yeah.
Match point.
It's tough too. It's their map pick. They to struggle on solving something like this, I think is tough. It's got to be tough from the coach's seat as well. I mean, it's really just been Samsami that's performing.
It'd be especially hard to find value, again, if you're playing the supportive roles on attack side split. If you're walking into stacks too, it's a hard position. So I think Ninetailes is just going to try and run an exec where B has been only 1 player. Now there are 3 waiting for it.
And a little bit of utility to flash. Well done to exchange though. Good trade. The start of TP's away.
Yeah, all these players were seized up, so they couldn't actually come in and support. Haste in the front line.
Melissa has to take a step back. Doesn't have the same benefit of TPing away, and Donna hunts her down. So numbers advantage for Ninetailes for the first time all half, if I'm not mistaken.
Stalled out by utility. Now use the flash to get the cross.
MIBR has to find a way in, and I don't think they will. Unless Sayuri 1v4s. Donna's weak. That's not the weak one.
Hold on.
There's a shot at this. Sayuri might set this MIBR squad on fire. Ever. The last one standing between a ridiculous play and Sayuri. Sayuri on the turn. There's the TP. Looking for a little bit more. Still has the paranoia. There's the swing, and Ever puts that out. Ninetailes get to 5.
Sayuri gets a little too fancy there. Can't quite see it through on the 1v4.
That paranoia hits, and all of a sudden, I mean, we're yelling right now.
Absolutely. I do think this is common pathing in from Donna. You saw their match against Zipto before. Always looking for this double dive. Sometimes going on top of the screen, sometimes going behind it. That was something that was never really solved against these Ninetailes B hits that MIBR need to recognize and answer back with, because Donna was insane on the attack side previously.
Challenge the op. TP across. You imagine there's a flash or the clone. Patience, discipline. Oh, just off the mark.
Yeah, the thing is, Ninetailes are not in position to accelerate behind the op shot. They've got 3 players waiting for A. It was supposed to be fake pressure on B, which now they're like, well, we wish we could have done something.
Right.
The concern is potential for a little Seasonade combo off of Info. Looking for Hawk spam.
SRN's tucked. Beautiful timing. Beautiful timing from SRN!
Strike down A.
Perfect transfer. And surely that closes out Split. Samsami doing their best to get them back into this map, into this round. But it's just not enough. Haste in a 1v3. And Op still in play. The spike not even in hand. And a double face that you have to clear. Tries to turn the flash. But it's just a matter of time. It's inevitable here. So Yuri cleans it up. 13-5 for MIBR.